Hi, and welcome back to Rob's PC Workshop. Today we're going to learn how to make straight through Cat5 cable. You'll need some Cat5 cable, you'll need some connector ends, and you'll need a tool like this to strip your wire and terminate your cable. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our plastic off around our twisted wire. And we use this part here, crimp it down, turn it a couple times, and it cuts our plastic right off. Next thing you want to do is start separating your wire so you can put them into your connector end, like so. You want to separate them all, like this. And a good friend of mine, Darcy, said a good way to get them nice and straight is you take a tool and you can rub them against it, and it'll help straighten out them twists, like so, kind of like that. And here I have a diagram for you of 568B cable. This is your straight through cable, and so 1 is going to be orange white, 2 your orange, green white, blue, blue white, green, brown white, brown. So I'll take your cable and you'll look at your diagram and you will put your cable in that order. So 1 is always going to be your left hand side, like so. So orange white, orange, green white, blue, blue white, green, brown white, brown. And you will do your best to hold these into place like so. And you got to play with them and work them. And then once you get them all to where you kind of like them, to where they'll all stay where you want them, and see, they'll adjust and you have to mess with them. Make sure they're in the correct order. You'll take your connector in and you'll approximate where you're going to have to cut them down to so that they'll go completely to the end of your, as you can see, you want your plastic to go in so far and your connector ends to go in all the way to the end. So you take that, you take your cutter tools, which I forgot to tell you about, you'll need these too, and you cut them down to where they're all the same length. And then now comes the fun part. You got to hold these correctly in place, just like the diagram shows. So orange, white, orange.
Yeah, so you can completely take that.
Orange, white, orange, green, white. Orange, white, orange, green, white, blue. Blue, white. Green. Then brown, white, brown. So then once you get these all into a nice, neat, fancy order and you can hold them down fairly straight, it's kind of a pain, but the more you do, the better you get at it. And I like to play with them, get them nice and tight or nice and loose so they can go in. And then you'll take your end, making sure your 1 is this way. Your plastic clip goes away from you, and you'll slide them down into place, making sure they stay in the exact order. And they don't necessarily like to do that, so you have to be somewhat forceful but kind. And then you'll slide them all down into place, making sure that your connector's going correctly. Watch them as you slide them, and once you get to a certain point, you can tell that they're going, if they're going to go correctly or not. So you'll get them into place, and they've kind of messed up already, but you'll want to pull them back out and readjust until you get them in correctly, like they need to be, like so.
I was going to say, I've read that. It's called a knife. So
you'll get them down in there once you get them all Correct. And then you want to make sure they're going all the way down to the end, because when you push, when you crimp it, these connectors are going to go down in and go right in to make a good connection. Now once you get that connected correctly, you'll take this tool and this goes down into this connection here. You'll push it into place and then you'll crimp it down and it'll put all the wires into place. I'm not going to show you how to do this today because it'll take a lot more time to get the wires nice and straight, and I don't want to waste my punch down. So that's how you make a 568B straight through cable. I hope that's been helpful. Have a nice day.